ideas, like keeping me on point. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm saying.
I was inspired to do this video because I know Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I really want people to celebrate regardless of their budget and just really embrace the love.
Oh, look at that cute face.
We're gonna talk about budget date night ideas. I really believe in the power of having that special time together with your partner. Today, the day that I'm filming this, which is January 15th, is my husband and I's 4th year together. We have been married almost a year, but we started dating January 15th, 4 years ago. Over the years, we've gotten into a habit to have a date night every single week for the most part. This is really helpful, especially for us because my husband travels a lot for work. So he's gone a lot, and just having that one-on-one time together at the end of the week really helps us have the deep conversations that we weren't able to have during the week because we were both busy with work and other things. And it just allows us to really connect and make sure that we're growing in our relationship together. I'm gonna give you some ideas on things that you could do if you're on a budget. I know date nights can really get expensive, and we're all in a different place with our finances, so I don't want that to be a reason that you're not spending that one-on-one time together. My first idea is to cook a dinner together. Now, this one is kind of funny for me to say because I really don't enjoy cooking, but my husband loves it. So if we have a date night where we're cooking in, he'll take care of the main course and I'll make the drinks, or I'll make the appetizer, or I'll do something pretty simple. Maybe I'll make a cheese plate or something that's not really getting into the depths of cooking, but it's still something that I can participate and just be in the kitchen and talk with him as he's preparing the meal. You know, you can do something fun like mini pizzas or something more complex. Depending on your cooking level, just go with that, and you could do drinks, appetizers, main course, whatever it is, just to kind of make a full evening out of it. And the second thing is you can either tag this on to any of these date night ideas or just make it an experience in and of itself, which is a nice romantic massage. I think everyone can enjoy this, and so for this one, you just need some nice oil. You can use coconut oil, and you can light some candles and have some mood music and just, you know, warm up that oil and just get to massaging, and you guys will really appreciate that like physical touch as well as the quality time together, just enjoying that space and that time. My third idea is having a picnic, lunch, or dinner. So this one gets you outdoors and provides a meal. So for this one, you just pack a meal, something that you can eat outside pretty easily, whether it's sandwiches, and for this one you can get Subway or Publix subs or something, or you can make your lunch, right? Whatever, like in my case, I would get something from the store so I don't have to make it, like fruit cups or something. And take that in a picnic and go to the park. You can get some mason jars to put some candles in and light those, bring some wine. And make sure you bring a blanket to lay on the ground so that you're not getting wet if the grass is wet. Bring an extra blanket to cover up with so you can cuddle, or, you know, just be warm, or just have some cuddly moments together at the park after your dinner's done. My fourth idea is to do a physical activity together. You can go for a walk in the evening. You can either walk around a lake if you've got one nearby, or you can walk through a cute neighborhood. And this kind of can serve two purposes. You can maybe look at nice houses that you would one day like to live in, and it could help with your financial goals because you can say like, hey, you know, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, you maybe have goals to live in a bigger, nicer house. Maybe you don't, maybe it's a smaller house. Whatever it is, it could just get your mind thinking about your finances and how to budget accordingly so that you can find the things in your life that you would like later on. Other activities you could do, you can rent bikes and go for a bike ride on a trail around you. You could go for a hike, kayaking. Just think of activities, like some people like to go rock climbing, so find those indoor rock climbing places. And those can all be pretty cheap for the most part, or even free. Another idea that is totally free is to write love notes to each other. There's a couple ways that this can be done. You could share the idea with your partner and give them some time. You don't want it to be a stressful thing. So if you do think that that would be something that you would like and maybe your partner would like, then you could say, hey, maybe in a few weeks we can have a date night where we read these love notes to each other. For us, I just told Carlos that I think it would be a really cute tradition to try to implement on our wedding anniversary, to write notes to each other, just talking about the past year together, maybe our favorite memories of that year, what we're looking forward to in the following year, and that sort of thing, and just documenting that in a notebook. So kind of similar to The Notebook, right? I got that idea from just the cuteness of that movie. I would only say do this if your partner is going to gain joy from it too. Like if it would cause them more stress than happiness, then this maybe isn't an activity for you. The other way you could do this, if say your partner is not going to enjoy it, then what you can do is you can write a note to your partner and give it to them as a gift. And on your next date night, you could read it to your partner and then you can just share it with them. And then either they might want to do the same, or they'll just, I'm sure they're gonna appreciate it anyway, even if they don't feel like writing is something that they want to do. So that way it takes the pressure off of them, but it still allows you to express yourself in that way, because I think it's very loving and sweet. The next idea I have is, say you wanna go out to eat and have a nice meal together and enjoy the ambience and the energy of just being out and going to a restaurant, then I've got some ideas. But I will say this is not for the newly established couple. Like if you're just starting to date, and I would say maybe avoid this one, because you could come across looking really cheap and maybe is not the thing you want to, the way you want to express yourself when you're first starting to date. So I would say if you've been together for a while and you kind of are working on your budget and you're like wanting to get good in your finances together and you're like really, this is a team effort thing, then this is a great idea. And Carlos and I have done this. If you like to drink and have drinks with dinner, go buy those shooters from the store and order water, or just order one drink and you can pour your shooters in your drink. Now, this is a great idea if you're going out clubbing or you're like going anywhere where you're gonna spend money on alcohol. This can help you. So you have to be sneaky about it, because people don't really like this idea. Obviously, they want you to spend money on alcohol at their place. If you sneak in alcohol, you're spending $1 per shot instead of like $7 or $8 per shot or whatever it is. That could really cut costs down big time. We really wanted to see what we could do with $25. That's what we decided on, to have a nice night out and also be pretty budget friendly. So the first thing that we did was we went to the liquor store. We found these for $1.79 each, and they're higher alcohol content than normal, 99 proof, but this was $5.79 for our alcohol.
$4.79.
Oh yeah, $4.79. Yeah. 20 bucks left for dinner. So what we did so far was we both got on our phones and we looked for local specials on Monday night. We found a place that has build your own burgers for $3, and we were actually already gonna go there and get a $12 burger and share it, but we did find those. So step number one is gonna be like, look for local deals on the night that you're going, and if you go on a weeknight, you're more likely to find better deals. Here's our date night spot.
One, two, wait, dang. Where's the fun out there? Me being stupid. Oh, he got you.
She did?
No.
Oh.
Is this normal? Is this normal? Cheers.
One practice that Carlos and I almost always do is we share a meal. That just cuts the cost in half.
So we got a soup to share, minestrone, and it's their soup of the day. It was $5. Looks pretty freaking good. Put it up. Getting our drink on also. Okay, we are filling out the tab, which came to like, what is it? Scoot your hand.
$13.05.
And of course we don't want to be cheap to our server. Just because like we're being cheap doesn't mean like we want to shorthand our server. So we just rounded off our budget. We were like, we're gonna tip a minimum of $4 or $5, like a 20% on $20.
But then like we had extra money in our budget because the burgers were super cheap, so just leave it for your server.
Those are the main date night ideas I have. Comment below your favorite budget date night idea. I know there's tons of things out there, but the point is I want you to get out and have your dates, and don't let your budget restrict you and think like, oh, I can't afford to go on a date, because there's so many things you can do for free or for really cheap. And let me know your favorite ideas. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for money tips every week. Happy Valentine's Day. My husband was born on Valentine's Day, so it's like double the celebration every year. It's both celebrating his birth and the holiday of love. So make sure you do something special on Valentine's Day, or just use these ideas for any date night that you want to have. Bye.